All right, let me just say this straight. You ever walk into your backyard, look at that boundary wall, and think, man, this thing is doing absolutely nothing for my privacy? Like, seriously, walls don't grow, they don't help, they just exist. And meanwhile, your neighbor's window is right there, like a Netflix preview you never asked for. But here's the funny part. There are plants out there that grow so fast, I swear it feels like they're trying to race your wall. And the best part? You don't have to water them every day, you don't have to baby them, they just grow on their own, like they've got something to prove. So yeah, today we're talking about 7 plants that grow faster than your boundary wall. And honestly, a couple of these grow so fast it almost feels illegal. But hey, before we jump into the fun stuff, if you're new here, welcome to the Garden Sage. This is the place where we test real plants, real experiments, real results. Not those perfect Pinterest garden fantasies that nobody can actually maintain. If you're someone who wants a backyard that looks good without spending your whole weekend maintaining it, hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We keep things simple, practical, and honestly, a little fun too. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's start with a plant that honestly surprised me the first time I grew it. Moringa. Man, this thing grows like it's late for an appointment. I'm not joking. The first time I planted it, I remember thinking, okay, let's see what the hype is about. And then a couple weeks later, I walked outside and literally said out loud, wait, was it always this tall? It's one of those plants that doesn't care where you live. Hot weather, cool weather, dry soil. It's like, yeah, whatever, I'll grow. And the best part? Zero maintenance. You don't have to stand there with a watering can like some garden bodyguard. You plant it, and it just does its thing. And here's something funny. My neighbor once asked me if I was secretly feeding it some kind of plant protein shake because it was growing faster than anything else in the yard. Nope, just moringa being moringa. If you want a plant that shoots up fast and gives you that tall, leafy privacy without any drama, this is the one. It's like the overachiever of the plant world. Now this is the classic American privacy tree. If you've ever driven through a suburban neighborhood and seen those tall, perfect green walls lining the property, yeah, that's usually Leyland cypress. What I love about this plant is how dependable it is. It's like that friend who always shows up on time. You plant it, and it grows. You forget about it, and it still grows. You move houses, come back a year later, and guess what? It's still growing. And it grows fast. Not kind of fast. I mean fast enough that you'll notice the difference every season. Plus, it stays green all year, which is a big deal if you live somewhere with cold winters. I remember someone from North Carolina telling me, man, this tree saved my backyard. His neighbor had a second-floor deck that looked straight into his yard. Super awkward. He planted Leyland cypress, and within a couple years, boom, full privacy. No more accidental eye contact while grilling burgers. If you want that clean, tall, evergreen wall, this is your guy. Okay, now we're getting into the crazy fast growers. Willow hybrid is like the Usain Bolt of privacy plants. This thing grows 6 to 10 feet a year. A year! That's not a plant, that's a green rocket. People usually plant these when they want privacy yesterday, like, I'm done with my neighbors watching me mow the lawn type of urgency. And honestly, I get it. The first time I saw one of these in person, I remember thinking, there's no way this is natural. But it is. It's just built different. It handles heat, cold, wind, doesn't matter. It's like the plant equivalent of someone who never gets tired. One guy from Oklahoma told me he planted a row of these, and within 2 summers he had a full green wall taller than his house gutters. That's insane, but also kind of amazing. If you want the fastest possible living fence, this is the one you go for. Just plant it and let it take off. Thuja green giant is one of those plants that looks expensive even though it's not. It's tall, it's thick, it's evergreen, and it grows in almost every climate in the US. What I really like about Thuja is how clean it looks. You know how some plants grow all wild and messy? Not this one. It grows in this perfect, elegant shape, like it's always ready for a photo shoot. And it grows fast, too. Not as crazy as willow hybrid, but still fast enough that you'll see real progress every year. A friend of mine in Virginia planted these along his driveway, and I swear, it transformed the whole look of his house. He told me, "Man, this is the first time my yard looks like I actually know what I'm doing." And honestly, same. Thuja just makes everything look better. If you want something classy, low maintenance, and reliable, this is a solid choice. Alright, let's clear something up. Bamboo has a bad reputation because some types spread like they're trying to take over the world. But clumping bamboo? Totally different story. It stays where you plant it, no drama. And it grows fast, like you'll walk outside and think, was that always there? Plus, it gives your yard this peaceful Zen vibe, like you suddenly live next to a spa. I love that. One guy from California told me he planted clumping bamboo because he wanted something that looked cool but didn't need constant attention. And he said it was the best decision he ever made. He literally forgot about it for months, and when he checked again, it was tall, green, and perfect. If you want fast growth and a unique look, clumping bamboo is a winner. Privet is one of those plants that makes your yard look like you hired a professional landscaper, even if you didn't. It grows fast, it fills in thick, and it shapes beautifully. What I like about privet is how flexible it is. You want a tall hedge? Done. You want a short, clean border? Also done. And it's tough. Heat, cold, rain, drought, it handles everything like a champ. I remember someone telling me, privet is the plant that never complains. And honestly, that's true. It just grows. Quietly, consistently, no attitude. If you want a hedge that looks clean and grows fast, this is a great pick. Okay, this one is just, well, pretty. Like genuinely pretty. The red leaves, the glossy texture, the thick coverage, it's one of those plants that makes people stop and say, "Hey, what's that?" And it grows fast too. Not the fastest on this list, but definitely fast enough to beat your boundary wall. What I love about Photinia is how it changes color. New leaves come in bright red, then slowly turn green, so your hedge always looks alive and fresh. A woman from Georgia told me she planted these because she wanted something happy looking. And honestly, that's the perfect word. Photinia just feels cheerful. If you want privacy and beauty, this is the one.
Alright, so before we wrap this up, let me just compare these real quick. Because I know someone's gonna ask, okay, but which one should I plant? If you want pure speed, like I want privacy ASAP, then honestly, willow hybrid wins. That thing grows like it's trying to escape the ground. If you want something that looks clean and classy, Thuja green giant is the one. It's like the plant version of someone who always looks put together. If you want zero headache, moringa or leyland cypress. These two don't complain, don't demand anything, they just grow. If you want something with a little style, something that makes people stop and go, "Hey, what's that?" then red tip Photinia is your plant. Those red leaves are just, man, they're beautiful. And if you want something that gives your yard a unique vibe, like a peaceful, calm, almost spa-like feeling, clumping bamboo is perfect. So yeah, it really depends on your vibe, your yard, and honestly, your patience level. You know, I'll tell you something funny. A couple years ago, I planted moringa just to test the hype. I wasn't expecting much. I mean, plants usually take their sweet time, right? But this thing, man, every time I walked outside, it looked taller. I remember one morning I was holding my coffee half awake and I looked at it and said, "Bro, slow down, I'm still waking up." My neighbor even joked, "Are you feeding that thing energy drinks?" And honestly, it kind of felt like I was. But that's the moment I realized some plants really do grow faster than your boundary wall. And when you see it happening in your own yard, it hits different. It feels like your garden is alive, like it's actually doing something for you instead of just sitting there. So yeah, walls are fine, but living walls, they're cleaner, greener, quieter, and honestly, they just feel better. There's something cool about stepping outside and seeing a wall of green that you planted. Something that grows with you, changes with the seasons, and gives you privacy without feeling like you're boxed in. And the fact that these plants grow faster than your boundary wall, that's just a bonus. A really good bonus. Anyway, if you had to pick just one of these for your yard, which one would you go for? I'm genuinely curious. Drop it in the comments. I love seeing what people choose and why.